So at the end of primary school, every child in the entire country has to sit these national exams. They have to sit 5 papers: maths, science, English, social studies and key Swahili. So the kids are then ranked from number 1 in the country to over 1 million. And they put out this booklet. It's about this thick. And so what I got was the results of the top 300 or 400 in each of the districts around here. And they split them up into girls and boys. So he gave me the book for about half an hour and I came home and madly photocopied it and then took it back to him. So this, for example, this is the district of Arusha and this is top girls. And this is, that's your top boys in the Arusha district. This is the municipality. Municipality, girls, boys, and then this is the Meru district, girls and boys. Now you can see that this is 3 times thicker. That's because the exams obviously leaked in Meru district. But anyway, so what we then did was we went through and we highlighted in yellow every child that came from a government school. So of course the first few pages don't have anything in yellow because the first few pages, the first kids who get well in exams are always from private schools. But then, you know, on your 3rd, 4th, 5th pages you start getting, so this is all private schools. So the first 2 pages, the best kids are obviously private school kids. And then you've got a sprinkling, the yellows are government school kids. And then as you go further down or lower the marks, you get more and more government school kids to the, you know, so you get more normalcy. So what I did was I highlighted any child who got 175 or better in the exams. Now, the problem is, of these children who I highlighted, I don't know which of those kids genuinely did well in the national exams because they worked very hard, or if their headmasters had brought the papers and that's why they did very well. So all we can do is actually invite the entire group. So there was about 600 that we invited. So all of these kids got a letter and we put signs up in town and they all came out last week for the entrance exams. And you then clearly find out which schools which schools are genuine and which schools obviously had the papers. And from the 600 who did the exams, we had a short list of about 150. And then those 150 had to bring all their reports from grade 1 through to grade 7, their primary reports, so that we could see what their history is like. Mm. And then anyone who was number 1, 2 or 3 have basically been put on a short list again. And there's about 102 of them. So 102 of the children that we have been consistently at the top of their class all through primary school. And then of the 102, they then have to be poverty checked. And I'm hoping that it'll get down to 39 after we check the homes. So currently the cars are all out checking the homes of the kids. So they've done about, I think, a third or 2/3 of the kids so far. I'm waiting for the report from our sponsorship.
Now we've seen levels of poverty. You know, there's poverty and then there's real poverty. What do you consider an entrance way into the school?
Mud homes would get in. We don't like electricity, but electricity is accepted if, you know, say, you know, a family in Unga Limited who are renting a room that has a light bulb would be accepted, as opposed to a family that live on the mountain with no electricity but they have 2 or 3 acres of land. Right. So there's always exceptions, but genuinely we don't accept people with electricity. Genuinely we don't. Generally we don't accept, you know, more than 2 or 3 rooms in the house, cement floors, glass windows, that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know, maybe more than 2 or 3 cows would be out as well. A cow's okay, or a couple of goats, that's fine. But if they had 2 or 3 cows, that'd be